All right. And welcome back to Sports Line Radio. My name is Dave, the MeatMan Scandaliato. I'm coming at you live from Las Vegas, Nevada, the sports gaming capital of the United States of America. And you are listening to this program right here online at www.wbr910.com, www.wbr910.com. You can also listen live to Sportsline Radio right over your smartphone, your iPhone, right here on the TuneIn app. You hit the TuneIn app. MeatMan's get the TuneIn app right here on the phone. Hit the button for the TuneIn app. The TuneIn app pops right up. Put in 9, 10 a.m. WUBR, CBS Sports Radio, and boom, you listen right there on the phone here. Got the phone, got the app. Let's see what happens here. We get the boom, 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 boom. Right here, Cap. Get the TuneIn app. You can listen to Sportsline Radio anywhere, anytime, any place. All right, we got the Belmont Stakes going on Saturday, the third leg of the Triple Crown. And of course, the Triple Crown was ruined this year by, I'm not going to say it. I'm just going to keep it to myself. But, they disqualified maximum security in the Kentucky Derby, and everybody pretty much lost interest after that. Horse racing is a dying game. It's a dying game. And when you do something that's stupid, And look, I ain't going to lie to everybody. Everybody's going to get mad at the MeatMan for what I'm getting ready to say. Why did you have a woman steward, man? Why is there a woman steward? You had 19 male horses, 19 male jockeys, 19 male owners, 19 male trainers. In some kind of way, some woman jiggled her way into the mix, and she destroyed the Triple Crown. She destroyed it. Barbara Bozo Bowman. Man, I tell you, I'm never going to get over this. It's a mind-boggling how this stupid woman. I mean, this woman will go down along the lines of the woman athletic director for the Tulane Green Wave. I think her name was Sandy Barber. I think that was her name. I gotta think with her. Oh, this woman, the Tulane Green Wave, under Buddy Stevens, were 10-46. 10-46. And they got rid of the coach, they got rid of Buddy Stevens, and they hired Tommy Bowden as the head coach, and they hired Rich Rodriguez as the offensive coordinator. And the Tulane Green Wave went 7-4 and then 12-0. 12-0. They finished undefeated, ranked 7th in the country. So Tommy Bowden gets another job. He gets another job offer. So he's going to leave Tulane, but the offensive coordinator, Rich Rodriguez, he's going to stick around. Now, Tulane's got this offense nobody's ever seen before. Common sense. You're going to hire Rich Rodriguez to be the coach. But now Tulane had a woman athletic director, a rug buncher, a woman athletic director, and she didn't hire Rich Rodriguez. And she literally set the Tulane football program back 50 years when she did it. The Tulane football program was already set back 30 years, okay? And then she set it back another 20. This woman that disqualified maximum security, it's always a woman, man. I hate to say it. Look, I got nothing against women. But a woman should never make the decision for a men's football team. Okay, you understand that? You have a men's football team. No woman should have any say in this. I'm sorry. Oh, you're a sexist, MeatMan. No, I'm a realist. Okay? I'm a realist. This Sandy Barber woman will go down as the biggest bozo that I've ever had the displeasure of ever knowing who the heck she was, and it's Barbara Bowman, the woman steward at Churchill Downs. Dave Scandaliato will never bet Churchill Downs ever again. I will never bet Churchill Downs ever again. I will never bet Churchill Downs. Ever again. When I went and got the racing form, I said, give me the West Coast form. Give me the West Coast form for the Belmont. I don't want nothing to do with Churchill Downs. I don't want nothing to do with it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to look at it. It's sad. It's sad. It's really sad what they did. But that's all right. We're going to eventually get over this. It might take 3, 4, 5 years to get over it. We're going to get over it sooner or later. Now we got the Belmont Stakes running on Saturday, the third leg of the Triple Crown. We got 10 horses going to the post, including the winner of the Preakness, War of Will. Post time for the Belmont Stakes is 6:37 p.m. Eastern Time, 3:37 p.m. Pacific Time out here in Las Vegas. They're going 1.5 miles. Purse is $1.5 million. It's a grade 1, and it's all 3-year-olds. It's the first time all these 3-year-olds are going to be going the 1.5 mile distance. They do have that horse from Japan in the race. And the Japanese horse, he's gone a lot of races where he's gone some long distances, but even he's never gone 1.5 miles. So all of these horses in the Belmont are going to run 1.5 miles for the first time and most probably for the last time. That's why the Triple Crown is so tough. You got to win a race that's 1.25 miles at Churchill Downs. And 2 weeks later, you got to win a race that's 1 mile and 3/16. It's a 16th of a mile shorter than the Kentucky Derby, the Preakness at Pimlico. Then you got to come back 3 weeks later, and you got to win the Belmont Stakes at Belmont Park, going 1.5 miles. But once again, we don't have to worry about none of that because, the Triple Crown got ruined. They ruined the Triple Crown. It's really sad. It's really sad. It's really sad. It's really, really sad. But we're going to move on in life, Cap. We're going to move on. So we got 10 horses going to the gate on Saturday. Just a quick reminder. You want to get the MeatMan's full card for the Belmont Stakes on Saturday. I'm only going to charge $15. Normally I charge $27 for the full card. But since the Triple Crown was ruined and nobody even cares about it, nobody even cares. Nobody even cares. Nobody even cares. It's mind-boggling how they destroyed this. It's mind-boggling. Nobody even cares. But if you do care, and you are going to play the horses on Saturday, and you want to get all the MeatMan's picks for the Belmont Stakes, you got to text the word Belmont, B-E-L-M-O-N-T, to 94253. $15, I'm going to give you one pick in every race. I'm going to give you one pick in every race. I like Belmont Park. Belmont Park is a good track to handicap because they have horses there and races there that are handicapable. You know, a lot of times you're going to play the horses and, who knows who's going to win. Belmont Park, it's a little different animal here. Yeah, it's horses and all that. It's the same kind of animal. But I'm telling you right now, Belmont Park, $15. You get the MeatMan's full card. Text the word Belmont, B-E-L-M-O-N-T, to 94253. I take the Cash App. I take Venmo. I take PayPal. And, of course, you can always order the picks over the phone, 1-833-MeatMan. I got my own personal toll-free number that I'm literally going to have till the day I die, 1-833-MeatMan. That's how you talk directly with me. Las Vegas-based professional handicapper Dave Scandaliato, 1-833-MeatMan. Text the word Belmont, B-E-L-M-O-N-T, to 94253. $15, you get the full card for the Belmont Stakes at Belmont Park in Elmont, New York. Text the word Belmont, B-E-L-M-O-N-T, to 94253. I got the racing form. For Saturday. I'm going to go over all the races, check the weather report, all that. I'm going to email out all the picks about midnight Pacific time. So everything will be in your email box when you wake up in the morning. They got Let's see how many races they got. They got boom, boom, boom. They got the Belmont is race 11. So it looks like they got 13 races. Looks like they got 13 races at Belmont Park on Saturday. Belmont Park is not owned by Churchill Downs, so we can play Belmont Park. I'm never betting Churchill Downs ever again. Never betting Churchill Downs ever again. I'm never going to bet Churchill Downs ever again. What a pitiful, pitiful move by some stupid woman, man. My God. I mean, oh, boy, every time I think about it, I just got to laugh. 19 male horses, 19 male jockeys, 19 male owners, 19 male trainers. In some kind of way, some stupid woman pulled down a winner of the Kentucky Derby and ruined the Triple Crown forever. She ruined it forever. Let's be brutally honest. I know people that will never bet the horses ever again. Never again. They will never bet horses ever again. Ever again. Oh, that's fine. We'll just put more video poker machines at the track. There, that's your answer, huh? That's your answer. Instead of trying to improve horse racing and fix horse racing and make it, no, we're not going to try to do anything like that. We'll just put more poker machines. Pitiful. Pitiful. Horse racing ought to go out of business. They ought to make horse racing go out of business. Why are they subsidizing horse racing with video poker? I mean, that's ridiculous. Any business can make it. I can sell seaweed. I can sell seaweed. I can take a pot, put a bunch of seaweed in it. Then I can take a piss in the pot, take a dump in it, and yeah, I might not ever sell any of my piss poo soup, but if I got video poker machines, the business will survive. That's not a business. That's not a business. If your business can't survive, you ought to have to go out of business. Not put a bunch of video poker machines and say, oh, look how good we're doing. No. All right, so we got the Belmont Stakes, race number 11 on Saturday. The one horse is Jovia. You got Jose Lascano is the jockey. And I mean, he's on absolute fire at Belmont Park. He's winning 33% of his races. You got Gregory Sacco is the trainer, 30-1 on a morning line. Man, this horse ran in the Wood Memorial at Aqueduct. He ran 7th. He got disqualified to 11th. He was 13 lengths in the front, and he went off at 50-1. Basically, what I'm getting at is this horse has no business being in this race. Yeah, he does all right in these stakes races. But the one time he was in a graded race, got demolished. The number 2 horse is Everfast. Dale Romans is the trainer. Luis Saez is the jockey. Now, this horse ran 2nd in the Preakness. At one point, he was 22 lengths from the front. 22 lengths from the front. He was in 13th place, got up to 11th, then 18 lengths in the front, then 9 lengths in the front, 6 lengths in the front, and he actually closed to a length and a quarter. Everfast ran a pretty good race, but he's 12-1 right now. He was 29-1 in the Preakness. Man, you know, his last race was all right, but man, all the races before that, the Fountain of Youth, the Florida Derby, the Pat Day Mile, I mean, 60-1, 90-1, 66-1. Man. This horse ran a good race last time out, but I can't bet Everfast. The 3 horses, Master Fencer. That's the horse from Japan. Kyoichi Tosamunda is the trainer. Julian Laperoux is the jockey. 8-1 on the morning line. This horse ran in the Kentucky Derby, finished 7th, 4 lengths in the front, got moved up to 6th with the disqualification of maximum security. He's 8-1 on the morning line for the Belmont. He went up at 58-1 in the Kentucky Derby. A lot of people like this horse because he said he's bred to go to distance and all that, but I'm going to stay away from this horse from Japan. The 4 horse is Tax. I read Ortiz Jr., the jockey, Danny Gargan, the trainer. 15 to 1 on the morning line. Won the Withers at Aqueduct Grade 3. Ran second in the Wood Memorial behind Tacticus, the 10 horse here in the Preakness. But then in the Kentucky Derby, ran 15 lengths from the front. Got moved up to 14th place with the disqualification of maximum security. Went up at 35 to 1. I just don't see any reason why I would take Tax. The 5 horses, Bourbon War. Mike Smith is the jockey. Mark Henning is the trainer. $12 to 1 on a morning line. Man, I just have a hard time betting horses like this. Broke maiden, first time out, and then won an allowance race, but hasn't won a race since then. I mean, man, it's just hard to bet horses in these big races that have never won anything. I don't even know why they're allowed to run. I haven't ever been able to figure that out. Wow. Mark Henning, the trainer, 12 to 1 on the morning line. Mike Smith, the jockey. I mean, I like all of that, but I'm not going to bet on Bourbon War. The 6 horses spinoff. J.J. Castellano, the jockey. Todd Pletcher, the trainer. 15 to 1 on the morning line. I had this horse in a Louisiana Derby. And the horse had the lead, and he gave it up to like a 20 to 1 shot. And then everybody said, well, MeatMan, you're going to bet this horse in the Kentucky Derby? I said, hell no. And I was right. Finished 18th. 18th. 18 lengths from the front. Went up at 52 to 1. Ugh. The 7 horse is Sir Winston. Joel Rosario, the jockey. Mark Case, the trainer. 12 to 1 on a morning line. Same thing. It took 3 cracks to break maiden. Finally broke maiden at 10 to 1. 10 to 1. And hasn't won since. He won that one of those stakes race. One of those stakes race at Woodbine. Ran in the Withers, ran 4th, ran in the Tampa Bay Derby, ran 5th, ran in the Bluegrass, ran 7th. Did run 2nd in the Peter Pan and did run 100 by a figure. So I will give Sir Winston credit for that. Only horse in a race with a triple-digit buy-a figure last time out. And the only horse in the race with 100 buy-a figure. So that's the kind of horse I would put in my exacta, my trifecta, stuff like that. But I just don't know if Sir Winston's going to have it enough to win the race on Saturday. The 8 horse is Intrepid Heart. Todd Pletcher, the trainer. Johnny Velasquez, the jockey. Went off at even money, $1.15 on $1 in the Peter Pan. He stumbled at the start. And that is the reason they're saying that Intrepid Heart didn't win the Peter Pan. He's not a bad-looking horse. Broke maiden the first time out, then won an allowance race. And then they put him in the Peter Pan and stumbled at the start. People like betting this horse. Went off at 9 to 10, 90 cents on $1 first time out. 3 to 2 second time out. Like I said, $1.15 on $1 last time out. Oh, man. Nah, man, I tell you, you got to watch out for Todd Pletcher and Johnny Velasquez, especially at Belmont Park, but I'm going to pass on Intrepid Heart. 10-1 on the morning line. The 9 horses, War of Will. Tyler Gaffley on the trainer, Mark Case. Tyler Gaffley on the jockey, Mark Case the trainer. 2-1 on the morning line. This horse is going to be tough. This horse is going to be tough right here. I'm glad War of Will won the Preakness. Obviously, I wanted my horse to win the Preakness, but my horse really never had a chance. And I'm glad War of Will won the Preakness because War of Will was supposedly the horse that was interfered with in the Kentucky Derby. And Tyler Gaffleon, he didn't lodge a claim of foul because you're not supposed to do that in the Kentucky Derby. You're not supposed to file a claim of foul, an objection, nothing, inquiry, nothing, zero. So I'm glad he won the race. And he's going to be tough. He's going to be tough here in the Belmont War of Will. He's going to be tough. Got that 99 buyer figure last time out. They all say, well, he got a perfect trip last time. You know, the perfect trip is a good thing, but it's not everything in horse racing. I can tell you that right now. It's not everything. They're going 1.5 miles. You don't have to have a perfect trip going 1.5 miles. You got to have a good trip, but it doesn't have to be perfect. The 10 horse is Tacticus. And Tacticus is the morning line favorite at 9-5. You got William Mott is the trainer. And you got Jose Ortiz is the jockey. Man, I didn't like Tacticus in the Kentucky Derby. Everybody was Tacticus. But, man, I just don't see it. Yeah, he won the Tampa Bay Derby. Yeah, he won the Wood Memorial. But I'm telling you, horses that win the Tampa Bay Derby, they don't usually win the Kentucky Derby. Horses that win the Wood Memorial, I mean, they just don't usually win the Kentucky Derby. I don't like horses coming from Aqueduct and Tampa Bay Downs in the Triple Crown. I just don't like that. It's not a bad-looking horse, but 9-5 on the morning line. I can't believe it. So that's your field of 10. Got 10 horses going to the post on Saturday. I'm going to go with the 9 horse. War of Will. I like this War of Will horse. This horse is going to be tough. You know, the MeatMan, it's terrible. I thought for the rest of my life, I'd be telling people how I got screwed in the Kentucky Derby when they took my horse down, Maximum Security. One of the best picks I've ever made in my life. Now I'm going to have to carry this cross of people telling me that my horse, Maximum Security, might have cost War of Will a Triple Crown. Because they're going to argue that War of Will was going to win the Kentucky Derby if he doesn't get interfered with by Maximum Security. War of Will won the Preakness pretty easy, and I think he's going to win the Belmont pretty easy. This horse coming from the Fairgrounds, Cap, and I'm telling you, got to watch out for these Fairgrounds horses, man. The Fairgrounds is a tough racetrack. And, man, this horse, he's tough. He had one bad race in the Louisiana Derby. But, man, I'm telling you, he crushed the field in the Lecomte at the Fairgrounds. He crushed the field in the Risen Star out at the Fairgrounds. This is a good-looking horse right here. I don't know what happened to him in the Louisiana Derby. I'm not 100% sure what happened to War of Will, but I can forgive him for that. Then that the Kentucky Derby race, you don't know what to think about that because of the problems that they had in the far turn. So ever since they took this horse off the turf, this horse's first 4 times on the track, They put him on the turf. And they took him off the turf. He won 3 straight. Broke maiden. Then he won the LeCompte. He won the Risen Star. And he ran up the track in the Louisiana Derby. The Kentucky Derby, you don't know what to think about that because of the interference and all of that stuff. And then he comes back and he wins the Preakness. This is a nice looking horse right here. This is a nice looking horse. And this horse is going to win the Belmont Stakes. He was the best horse in the Preakness. He was arguably the best horse in the Kentucky Derby. And in my opinion, he had the toughest road getting to the Kentucky Derby, winning the LeCompte, winning the Risen Star. I like War of Will here. I like War of Will. And at 2-1, I think we got a good price. At 2-1, I think we got a pretty square price. You know, I'm kind of happy about this 2-1. So we got 10 horses in the race on Saturday. I'm going to just bet War of Will win in place. You know, I love betting across the board, but at 2-1 in the morning line, even though there's 10 horses in the race, and it probably isn't a bad idea to bet across the board, we're just going to bet this one win in place. I think War of Will is going to get a good ride from the outside. You know, he's been in the 1 hole the last couple of races. When he ran in the Kentucky Derby, he broke from the 1 hole, and when he ran in the Preakness, he had to break from the 1 hole. I like the fact he's going to come out of the 9 spot. So War of Will's going to come out of the 9 spot, and he's going to stalk. He's not going to take the lead. He's going to run just the kind of race he likes to race. He's going to kind of go out there, and he's going to kind of hang right off the lead. Now, I'll be the first guy to tell you, they don't have a lot of speed in this race. They are lacking speed in the Kentucky Derby, in the Belmont Stakes. The Derby had some speed. The Derby had some speed. The Preakness had a little speed. Belmont don't have much speed. It is the 1 horse is Jovia. That's the speed. And yeah, we're going to need some kind of speed. You know, you got to have something to run at. You got to have something to run at. So I'm expecting the 1, this Jovia, to go out there and set the pace. They really don't have anything else in the race that's going to want to go to the front. So I don't particularly like that. But this War of Will, he's the class. He ran in the Breeders' Cup, Juvenile Turf, Grade 1, won the LeCompte, won the Risen Star, ran in the Louisiana Derby, ran in the Kentucky Derby, ran in the Preakness. There's no horse in the field that has a resume better than War of Will. When you're betting on horses, the whole idea is to pick the horse that's going to win the race. War of Will's going to win this race. He's the best horse in the race. He's faced the best competition coming into the Belmont right here. I know he's running all 3 of the Triple Crown races, but I'm not too worried about that. I'm not too worried about that. That tells me right there he's the best horse. He's the best horse because he made it through the grind. He made it through the grind. I like War of Will here. You know, the trainer, Mark Case, he trains at Belmont Park. He's run 11 horses at Belmont Park. He's got 4 winners, 2 seconds, and 2 thirds on the short meet. So this guy, Mark Case, he knows Belmont. He knows the track. And, man, I'm telling you, this War of Will, he's going to be ready to go. He's going to be ready to go. I'm going to have to hear for the rest of my life how my horse, Maximum Security, cost War of Will the Triple Crown, but that's all right. That's all right. I don't necessarily believe that. I don't necessarily believe it. I can't argue with anybody about it. I just don't necessarily believe that. But, hey, look, anybody that comes up to me and says, hey, man, your horse cost War of Will a Triple Crown. If War of Will wins the Belmont, what's the MeatMan going to do? What's the MeatMan going to do? I can't argue with you, even though I don't necessarily agree with that. Race number 11 on Saturday. The final leg of the Triple Crown, the worst Triple Crown ever. MeatMan turns 50 years old this year. I've been playing the Triple Crown now easily for the last 35 years. And I mean, come on, that puts me at 15 years old. I was playing the horses long before I turned 15 years old. 35 years been watching the Triple Crown. This is the least anything. Nobody even cares about it. Nobody even cares. But we're going to care. We're going to care because we're going to try to get that money on Saturday with War of Will. Race number 11, horse number 9, 1109. Saturday at Belmont Park. We're going to take War of Will, and we're going to bet win in place. You bet $100 on a football game, you bet $50 win place. You normally bet $50 on a football game, you bet $25 win place. You normally bet $20 on a football game, you bet $10 win place. Race 11, horse number 9, 1109. We're going to take War of Will. We're going to bet him win and place. All right, now, they got 12 other races on the Belmont Stakes race day card on Saturday. You want to get the MeatMan's full card for the Belmont Stakes? It's $15. You got to text the word Belmont, B-E-L-M-O-N-T, to 94253. Get the MeatMan's full card for the Belmont Stakes, the third leg of the Triple Crown, Saturday at Belmont Park in Elmont, New York. $15. Text the word Belmont, B-E-L-M-O-N-T, to 94253. Order the MeatMan's full card for the Belmont, $15, right over the phone, directly from me. Las Vegas-based professional handicapper Dave Scandale out of 1833 MeatMan. I'm going to send out the pics about midnight Pacific time, straight to your email box. When you get up in the morning, you will have every race on the Belmont Stakes full card, the race day card, right in your email box. $15. I'm going to give you one pick in every race. I'm going to tell you to bet it win place show. I'll let you know if it's a best bet or a long shot alert selection. $15, the MeatMan's full card at the Belmont Stakes on Saturday. Text the word Belmont, B-E-L-M-O-N-T, to 94253. Order the MeatMan's full card for the Belmont. $15 right over the phone, directly from me. Las Vegas-based professional handicapper Dave Scandale out of 1833 MeatMan. All right, we're going to take a break. Got to take a quick commercial break. Don't touch that dial, Cap. You are listening to Sportsline with the MeatMan, Dave Scandale, coming out to you live from Las Vegas, Nevada. We'll be right back, Cap.